Hey Virgo, it's your girl Jay, the High Priestess, back at it again with the general tarot reading for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2021. Virgo, I know you are going through it, baby. It's hot, it's heavy, it's intense, it's sharp, it's visceral. But if anyone can go through it and make it through it, you can. Patreon's getting everything first. Patreon.com/justjeverything. Be sure to check out your Sun, Moon, and Rising, Virgo. This is the last video, and Libra season videos will be complete. For daily tarot readings, check out my Instagram, justj_everything, and for other dope shit that I do, my website, justjeverything.com. Virgo, light it if you got it. Hydrate. Sip on some. Do what you gotta do. Your ruling planet Mercury is retrograde in Libra until October 18th. Which is the same day that the United States government runs out of money, so that's interesting. But there's something, Pluto is now direct, and it's just, the gunk is coming to light. Seeing the ugliest of the ugly, the darkest of the dark. This is a deeply, deeply karmic time, Virgo. Sun, Moon, and Rising, and it is a deeply reflective time, so you have got to practice some compassion with yourself and some patience with yourself for understanding that you don't know what's coming, what's to come of this, and giving yourself some patience to really process the hindsight of whatever it is that you're going through. The opposition that's going on between in Libra and Aries right now is really karmic, with your ruling planet being in Libra, being retrograde in Libra for so long, and that opposition to Chiron, which is retrograde in Aries. There's just this bringing out or revealing or understanding or seeing of these long seated triggers, like things that have been like these triggering things, your habits, your cycles, your contribution to the loop or toxicity possibly, or whatever it is. There's just a wading through a lot of dark truth while also being motivated to do something about it, yet being forced to face the icky. And that's going to manifest differently for each of you. But so much will be revealed, so much exposed, exploring shame, exploring how you communicate, exploring childhood issues with kids. Your role in this is how to overcome. Like, how to overcome is the motive. On October 9th, the Sun will be conjuncting Mercury retrograde in Libra. Conjuncting meaning they will meet in the same degree. Shh. You've got to be quiet on all. I feel like this week, it's all about observation for you. Honor and acknowledge how you feel. Take the time to honor, acknowledge how you feel. Maybe that's a minute, maybe that's a second, maybe that's you taking a beat, maybe it's you taking an hour, maybe it's you taking a day, maybe it's you taking you 2 weeks. Either way, it's time to honor. Take the time to honor how you feel. To think long term, how your response will affect before you speak or before you respond. Either way, give yourself the time and the respect to take your time. Also that same day, Mercury retrograde and Mars will be conjuncting in Libra. And you just gotta say less, because you're gonna be motivated to do more. Say less and do more. And doing more isn't necessarily the right thing either. unless you've really taken the time to think about it. So this sounds like and feels like a lot of slowing down, needing to slow down, but also getting to experience doing something my way, feeling like my way. 8 of Wands at the bottom of the deck, this motion, this movement forward, this progression. There is this thing, I feel like Virgo, for the Virgo sun, moon, and rising, also Virgo Venus, it's time to really put yourself first for the rest of the season, because great things can be attained. Greatness can be achieved. So, we are asking for the most useful, helpful, and divinely aligned messages for Virgo sun, moon, and rising for Libra season 2021, baby. For, 2 cards came out. Interesting. 7 of Swords reverse, 10 of Wands reverse. The Hermit at the bottom of the deck. You showing up strong, and I'm going to keep that. Because first thing first, you've got to prioritize yourself. Put yourself first. You've got to refine some things. Your thought process is changing. You have got to take the time that you need to really realign with your internal GPS system. You're being rerouted, Virgo. And you're being routed to a place that is more solitary. Because you have been wronged. You have experienced some betrayals, or you're coming out of some sort of outdated or victim mindset. An end of a betrayal becoming a breakthrough, feeling burnt out, being burnt out. There is a whole new way of being, a feeling of living that you have had to put off, that you're not putting off anymore. And you get the new instructions, you get the codes by being yourself. Be brave enough to be yourself. Be brave to do it your way. First thing out to be clarified on the Selenite throne is there's something that, like, there is an end of a situation where you've been going back and forth. An end of a situation that feels betrayal, or like an end of lies, end of thievery. This could be vandalizing or stalking, or some sort of verbal abuse, some sort of end of a stressful situation at work, end of being, I just heard discriminated against, or being disrespected by someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius placements. I feel like if you yourself have those placements, your mind has been really like betraying you or playing tricks on you. There may be something about something that feels like a betrayal, something that feels like a loss, something that feels like it was stolen, or gone before you thought it would be, or something of that nature. But at the same time, there is this under layer of relief, this under layer of no longer something like no longer taking all of your energies, no longer being siphoned from or taken advantage of. Like there's a whole new way to exert your energy. There's a brand new cycle in how you spend your physical, spiritual, and sexual energy, Virgo. And you're finding a new footing, because right now your planet is retrograde, and truth, fairness, honesty, integrity is all coming up to be really, really important to you. And you're finding a new footing. Things may feel really shaky, may feel really like you've been upended. Things are coming out in twos. The 8 of Swords and then the 3 of Pentacles. Yeah, because you haven't been seeing yourself clearly. 8 of Swords at the center of the reading, Virgo, says that there's been a lot of self-imposed stagnation, a lot of self-imposed confusion, ruminating in the mind, looping in the mind. You may be not seeing something clearly, not seeing your power clearly. Virgo, Mercury may be really playing tricks on your mind. You may be really like just not seeing yourself clearly. You may be really protective. You may be keeping yourself stuck. Some of you are experiencing mental torment over something. This could be loss, grief, insecurity, keeping yourself stuck, keeping yourself in like pigeonholed in your mind and therefore in your actions. But help is on the way. A new foundation is being laid. Something brand new is being created in your physical reality and you don't even realize it yet. You may be in a place of deep pain or be in a place of apathy or feeling really stuck or feeling really anxious or unsure, insecure. And you don't even realize that there is this new foundation, that this like new stability that's being laid. Also, some of you have to go to therapy. You have to talk to somebody about something. And that's going to manifest for each of you differently. But some of you are like, do not shy away from getting professional help. If you are stuck, you have to talk to somebody. Some of you do not have the tools to resolve this yourself and you need to reach out. It takes a fucking village, baby. Don't ever think that you're supposed to do it all on your own or that you can do it all on your own. You're not going to. You're never meant to. And you may be in a place of feeling really, really alone or feeling really scared, and there are new friendships, new connections, possibly new opportunities coming in. Some of you, this is just about work. Some of you, you're not seeing your worth. And you're not seeing your worth because you're stuck in some very self-deprecating or self-limiting beliefs. 5 of Cups on the bottom of the deck, so maybe being stuck in a place of grief, loss, remorse, angst, substance abuse, escapism, dealing with depression, with darkness, with grief, loss. And understand that something so new is being born here. Out of this, it's like for every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. It feels like you guys are coming from a place of such restriction, being bound, being held back, holding yourself back, being so caught up in fear, so caught up in anxiety, so caught up in the shoulda, coulda, woulda, what if. And now all of a sudden something happens and you see, damn, this doesn't align with me anymore. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to think like this anymore. And the divine has put you in a position where you're being you're being forced to face the ways that you've kept yourself stuck or that you've allowed some sort of restriction, and the restriction is being shifted, is being shredded, is being pulled away. You are no longer being restricted, and now you are in a place of where you are able to collaborate. And you are able to build a new foundation and build a new tribe, build a new source of abundance for yourself. And it starts by way of collaborating. There may be final card, and it starts by way of collaborating, and Judgment on the bottom of the deck says it's time for you to honor the truth that is resounding in your ear. The divine does not want you numb anymore. It doesn't want you lukewarm about this life. It doesn't want you in a place of feeling like half of you is dead or half of you is numb. No. This trumpet of truth is sounding in your life. These things, it's time to get off the fence. It's time to really feel into living life so fucking fully that no part of you is on autopilot. No part of you is just half awake or half asleep or numb anymore. You are being called fully back to life. Back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality, back to the here and now. I don't know. Show me how these are what you want. All right, final card, final message for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Maybe go listen to that song in Vogue. That however you want me. However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me? However do you want me? However do you need me? All right, final card, final message for Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising for Libra season 2021, baby. It's like, however do you need you? Virgo, there's something about you've always been of service. You've always gone bent over backwards, above and beyond for everyone else. And now it's coming in, however do you want me? It's like, no more of that. How do you want to be? How do you want to feel? How do you want to live? It's time for you to start putting yourself first. And when you put yourself first, you get to choose who you surround yourself with. I was supposed to take that damn Hermit card, but it slipped past me. So final card, final message. Deep breath. One card, final message. Virgo. Three of Wands with the Hierophant. I'll keep it. Star on the bottom of the deck. The rest of this Libra season is about deep healing, deep healing, and you really are aligning with your hopes, your wishes, your faith. You are having grand shifts in your friend group, deep healing happening in your friends. Some of you are meeting new people, finally getting some sort of freedom, some like wish come true in some sort of way, some sort of replenishment or restoration in your village, your community, your immediate group, your family. Also in your finances are being healed. Some of you may be put in a position to live a different lifestyle or start pursuing a business or a project that you have been curious about. But as soon as you acknowledge all of this angst, all of this effort, all of this energy that you get to now redirect into yourself, that you now get to redirect into cultivating this new collaboration, it'll put you in a position, cultivating this new collaboration, cultivating these new friendships, these new business opportunities, these new relationships. There's so much new fertile soil available to you, and you're going to be put in a position where you no longer are making choices from like a victim place or a restrictive place or a place of being obligated. You're no longer obligated to something and you're turning your back. It puts you in a position where you get out of survival mode and you get to start being more practical about your passions. You get to start looking forward towards the future. You get to start paying attention to the things that you've set in motion, the ships that you've put to sea are starting to come in. Things are starting to happen. You know that you've made certain decisions and now you're starting to focus on the how. You've got your why down. And now it looks like rebuilding your how. And you rebuild your how by way of knowledge, education, information. You're attaining a new kind of wisdom, Virgo. A new level of morality in a place where you really get to be your own moral compass. You get to set new traditions. You get to do it your way. You're becoming your own guru, becoming your own moral authority in some way. And once you choose to be done with these old restrictive mindsets and these old restrictive relationships, it's going to redirect how you harness your energy and where you harness your energy, who you give your energy to. And that redirection of your energy is going to show you, damn, I've been, my perspective, my mindset needs to change. Something is ending or shifting with someone with Gemini, Libra, Aquarius placements. And it puts you in a position where you get to plant new seeds. And when you plant those new seeds, you get to be more practical and consistent about them. You get to turn all of this pain, this anger, this whatever's had you in survival mode, you get to turn it into wisdom. You get to turn it into an offering for someone else. You get to be of service because of this pain, because of this heartache, or whatever has had you in survival mode. You get to use it. You get to, you really get to resolve some conflict, some deep-seated conflict, and some deep-seated healing. And you get divinely realigned, back on track. The blindfold comes off, babe. And when it comes off, you're going to be moving in very different directions and running with very different people, or being more deeply connected and amicable and platonic, and like your relationships just deepen after this restriction, after the wake of this restriction, like really like, or this devastation or whatever it is, whatever settles. This betrayal finally turns into, like, you really get to see it become a breakthrough. You get to see so many aha moments. I love you. Let's get into it. For the full version of the video, go to Patreon.